Jay, and with me today is
GG Java.
Yes, we're here to shoutcast another 2 games. Today will be a very exciting game as we will see Manila Eagles go head-to-head with the Imperior Pro team. This is definitely one of the biggest match probably this season. And before anything else, let's take a look at our schedule. Alright, so yesterday we had Pacific go head-to-head with Manila Eagles. Manila Eagles picking up 2 wins, rocketing them to the top of the standings right now. So actually, no matter what happens today, Manila Eagles will still be at the top. But of course, Manila Eagles will want to probably push through with the next 2 games. What do you think about these 2 games, Java?
Yes, yung games ba yesterday? Or yung today? Yung
upcoming today.
Yung upcoming match natin ngayon siguro magandang laban to. Kasi nakikita naman natin ngayon yung ginagawang play ng MLE. Yung rotations nila tsaka yung pag-handle nila dun sa objectives nila. Sobrang ganda. So, prioritize talaga rito yung objectives. Tapos sa IPT naman, tingnan natin kung kaya nilang i-contest. Ito or paano nila i-counter. Itong ginagawang magandang galawan ngayon ng MLE.
Alright, so let's refresh everybody with the current standings sa PGS right now. Alright, so like I mentioned a while ago, Manila Eagles are at the top of the table right now. They have played a total of 6 games so far and earned them 9 points for themselves. Diamond is right behind them. They've actually played a little bit more games. They played 8 games in total already, earning them 7 points. War Gods is at 3rd place with only 2 games played. They've actually won both games, picking up 3 points. And at the bottom of the table are 3 teams, Mineski, IPT, and Pacific, both playing 4 games each. Mineski picking up 1 win, while IPT and Pacific without any wins yet. So medyo malayo pa yung aakyat ng tatlong team na to at magbabakbakan to sa mga 3rd and 4th place, no?
So, ayun, tingnan natin kung bandang huli. Aangat ba si IPT and si Pacific kung makakahabol pa kaya sila.
Alright, so let's take a look at our teams first before we start our game. So we can show everybody what the lineup for both teams will be. So on the top lane for Manila Eagles, we have Yux. In the jungle, we have Hate. Chalk in the mid lane, EXO as their AD carry, and TG for their support.
And yes, syempre sa IPT, top lane, Hero, and jungle, Kaigu. Mid lane, Light. ADR is Fear, and support is Shadow.
Alright, so proceed na tayo sa drafting phase as we start the first game for Manila Eagles versus IPT. So on the blue side, we have Manila Eagles, and on the red side, we have Imperior Pro team. First ban coming out from Manila Eagles is the Rengar ban. We haven't seen Rengar that much from either teams, but definitely it's a strong pickup if anybody decides to use this. Probably something that Manila Eagles have thought to make sure that for their particular lineup, they don't want to see this. So they banned out the Rengar.
Actually, ginamit siya dati ni Hate no? Yung mga itong nakaraang game.
Yes, he actually did. Alright, so IPT banning out Lulu and Kale. Very strong top laners. We've been seeing IPT use these champions quite often as well. And then Elise, of course, is banned out by Manila Eagles.
And yes, ayun second ban ng MLE is Elise. So, ayun, kay Kaigu to, malamang. So, ayan.
Yeah, actually, for the Lee Sin, I think this is actually used also by Kaigu and by Hate. Both these players love to use this. Looks like Manila Eagles will have the first pick. They decide to ban out Lee Sin. And they're right now hovering over the Kassadin pickup. Now, I wouldn't be surprised. I know Emily Chalk loves to use Kassadin. But, of course, Kassadin, although he's a strong champion in the late game, his early game is very critical. He needs to be babysit quite well by the jungler of Manila Eagles if he wants his Kassadin to succeed. So we'll have to see if they pick this up. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually lock this champion in.
Yes, so tayo natin yung first pick. Itong IPT. Saka mapapansin mo, binan ng IPT si Brom.
Yes, I was gonna say that too, no?
Itong si TG, ang napakaganda ng galawan niya pag si Brom ang gamit niya. Sobrang ganda ng protect niya. Yung the way nung pagpo-protect niya sa teammates niya dun sa carry, superb talaga. Kaya yun.
Yeah, I agree with you. Brom is definitely a very strong champion, no? And especially on Emily TG's hand, we've seen medyo effective naman siya sa kamay niya. He's able to use Brom very effectively, being able to protect his AD carry very well. Yes. And yung counter-engage ng Brom talaga, pag kahit pumasok yung mga Lee Sin sa likod, lalagay na yung wall yung armor niya lang, maglalagay ng wall. So wala na magagawa yung ibang susunod, walang follow-up, bale. Unless the Lee Sin kicks the Brom back, which wouldn't really be that efficient.
Hindi siya, kumbaga, masasayang lang.
Yeah. Alright, so Kassadin did get locked in by Manila Eagles. Manila Eagles taking their time in selecting their first pickup. IPT, looking at Gragas right now, they haven't picked, probably they do have 2 champions to pick here. They could actually pick up their ADR and support just to find out what else MLE will be putting in the table. But Gragas, I expect to see him in the jungle, probably in Hero's hand if ever they do pick this Gragas up. Yes, and a Nami pickup as well. I think they're gonna lock this champions in. So, looking at these 2 champions, it's a possibility that they may go for the Yasuo pick here. But Manila Eagles already have their mid laners, so I really doubt they'll probably counter that picking him up. And picking up will also be a little bit detrimental for Manila Eagles since most likely it won't fit the composition they already had in mind.
Yes, so... At saka napapansin ko lang din na kung si Gragas ipapasok ko dito sa combo ni Nami, parang hindi siya pasok. Parang ang hirap ipasok dun sa composition na yan. So, tingnan lang natin kung anong iba bang champion pick nitong IPT, kung may babagayan ba rito si Gragas. Or pwedeng piliin din nila si Yasuo, nga tulad ng sinabi mo, dahil hindi pa rin naman pinipick nitong MLE if ever.
Yeah, if ever Manila Eagles do try to steal that Yasuo, which I really doubt they will, I'm not even sure if Light really plays Yasuo that much, so it's really hard for me to say whether that's really a good idea for Manila Eagles or if IPT will even decide to pick the champion up. But most likely, if basically, because it's similar to what Wargas would normally pick up. They normally pick up the Gragas and then the Nami. Even Manila Eagles has done this once, picking up the Yasuo in the end. But the other time we saw them do this, they didn't actually pick up the Yasuo. They went for another champion. I think it was LeBlanc, I think, and it still worked out well for them. Of course, their lineup of IPT has a lot of crowd control right now. They have the knockup from Gragas, the bubble from Nami, and of course the 2 ultimates that actually have displacements, which allows IPT to have very strong team fighting ability here.
Yes. Ayun, no? Gangplank. Mukhang bago to.
This would be interesting, yes, if ever IPT does go for the Gangplank. Manila Eagles are actually already locking in their AD carry in support, so they're really showing their mid lane, their support, and bottom lane. Of course, Lucian is still the top ADR. He's still the king of the hill right now at the current patch. So no doubt there that Lucian should have no problem in lane. Only few champions actually do very well against Lucian, probably like Caitlyn, who has a slightly longer range and is able to avoid a lot of the skill shots coming from Lucian. But Lucian is a very slippery champion to lock down on. And of course Zyra, something that TG likes to use, not a very common champion or support being used by most players in the league, but he does quite well on the Zyra. Even yesterday, even though he had some bad plays, he was able to make up for it in the other team fights.
Ayun nga, tulad na sinabi mo, Caitlyn. So, safe pick lang itong mga AD carry natin, ano. So, wala tayong makikita rito na Twitch na most likely madalas din mga ginagamit to. Pero, ayun, so, nilock na siya. And Evelyn.
Oh, so looking at this Evelyn, most likely it might be Gragas in the top lane, no? Instead of being in the jungle. And then we'll see the Evelyn in the jungle for IPT Hero. So this will be quite interesting. So IPT's last pick will definitely be their mid laner for Light. We'll have to see what they decide to pick up. Yasuo is still open. And I don't know what else other champions Light could possibly use to combo with this. He can also go with a strong pick. He likes to use Riven. Riven actually is one of his favorite champions, if I'm not mistaken. And Riven is actually a very strong pick against Kassadin. Since Kassadin doesn't have any silence anymore, Riven can really stomp face on Kassadin here. Alright.
Jax. Trundle.
There we go. Trundle actually being locked in. I think Nocturne will probably be in the jungle. And we'll be seeing Trundle in the top lane. Kassadin most likely, of course, will be in the mid lane as usual. And we got Lucian and Zyra in the mid lane. So it looks like IPT Shadow considering picking up a Zed. Also not a bad pickup, but the problem with Zed against the Kassadin is if Kassadin rushes the Zhonya's Hourglass, he can negate a lot of the damage coming from the ultimate of Zed.
So nag-trade.
Yeah, so still deciding for their last champion. Of course, Syndra's a very strong laner as well. Not something Kassadin would want to deal with in the early lane. The harass is definitely superior in the side, even with the shield coming from Kassadin's Q, or Null Spear rather. It's not enough to negate the damage that, or the harass that Syndra can provide in the early levels alone.
Tsaka kapag ito si Syndra nag-snowball to, sure to, may ma-burst down siya na isang champion dahil sa single target nga kasi siya. Kaso yun ang hirap doon. Oh, Zed.
Last second change, they go for the Zed instead, so they're gonna risk it actually. Definitely Zed can actually win the lane against Kassadin in the early level, as long as he can dominate Chok in the mid lane and avoid Chok from roaming that much. Because you can see Chok looks like will be having the teleport, so he can respond quite fast in the top and bottom lane. Unlike Zed, he's going for the kill type build. Of course, the Ignite with his ultimate allows him to do a lot more damage than he can do at level 6. And he should actually win the lane at the laning phase.
Yes, so yeah, mag-i-start na. Yan na lang natin yung loading.
Yeah, before that, why don't we talk a little bit about the lineup? What's your opinion between the lineup comes from Manila Eagles and IPT?
Well, I think dito sa in terms of CC, no, parehas naman sila eh. Pero in terms of yung sa damage nila, I think mas lalamang dito si itong MLE. Kasi in terms of dito si Graga, syempre hindi naman siya dun sa hindi siya yung ganun ka, kumbaga tanky lang siya eh, si Gragas. Then ang damage, si Evelyn naman is good only for early game. So I think kailangan dito ng MLE tapusin nila agad to. Or tapusin ng IPT, tapusin agad yung game. Dahil kapag dating ng late game, mahihirapan na si Evelyn dito kasi wala lang kasi kukulangan na sila sa damage spikes kumbaga. Kasi itong si Kassadin and itong si Lucian, early game up to late game, nag-scale siya ng maganda. So, no doubt talaga is the number 1 AD carry pa talaga for Lucian. And then, Kassadin, of course, sa late game din is yung burst niya, malakas din talaga. So, ayun, yun ang aking predictions dito sa game.
Yeah, I agree with you definitely. Pero for me, I always found Gragas and Evelyn to be a little bit weird to understand in terms of team fight composition because they're more like a hit and miss, high risk, high reward type. Kasi parang, unlike the combo from Manila Eagles, it's more straightforward. When Nocturne dives in, Kassadin can dive in, and then Lucian can free hit from outside. So it's very simple, straightforward, no complications. Unlike Evelyn and Gragas, if the ultimate of Gragas hits the wrong direction, then what do you do next? You don't know what to do, right?
Yes.
And Evelyn also, if she doesn't get ahead and her ultimate doesn't hit enough targets, her shield won't be that big. Then she ends up starting to run. So, but of course, for both teams though, they're both very strong, and definitely I think that either team could actually win those fights. All right. So before anything else, let's talk about e-pins. Now, of course, if you want to buy skins and load, and you don't have any load for your Garena shells rather, and you want to buy Garena shells but you can't find any place to buy it, there's a new feature coming from Smart called GameX. GameX allows our viewers or our summoners to buy load or buy e-pins or electronic pins for using their Smart Load or Sun Cellular or Talk and Text. So how do you do this? All you have to do is go to www.gamex.ph and select the game that you're playing. Of course, select League of Legends. It will direct you to the League of Legends page, and then choose the e-pin amount that you want and click add to cart. So after you add the cart, there's on the top of the screen there's an option there where you click shopping cart and click checkout. When you click the checkout, enter the mobile number of your cell phone number. Of course, like I said a while ago, it has to be Smart, Sun, or Talk and Text. And then after you enter your phone number, a verification code will appear. So what you have to do is send the verification code to 3161, and once it's confirmed and you have enough or sufficient load, you will receive your e-pin. So it's really simple, that easy. And of course, thank you GameX for this wonderful feature. One more thing, for our viewers, we have Watch and Win once again today. Java, can you tell us a little bit about this?
Yes, all you have to do, watch and win. May nilalabas na codes dyan sa screens natin. Kailangan nyo lang yantayin siya. Then after nyon, pag nag-flash na yung codes dyan sa screen natin is, kailangan nila pumunta dun sa in-game store ng LOL. Then meron dun andun yung redemption site. Then input lang dun yung code, then they can win 4-win IP boost.
Yes, just to clarify, the code is actually located at the when you click the the store of the LOL client. It's at the bottom left, yung pinaka bottom left. It says codes. Yun lang po. I-click lang nyo. Lalabas doon, may malaking bar doon na empty. Enter the promotion code, tas yun na. May receive nyo na yung 4-win IP boost. Okay? Alright. So, I'd also like to thank our sponsor. Java, would you like to thank our sponsors?
Yes, thank you for Razer, sa Smart, and dun sa monitor natin is Philips.
Yeah, thank you very much, Smart, Philips, and Razer for all our peripherals this season. We really appreciate it. Hopefully, we will see more of you in the future as we proceed to the next season. Alright, so the game is actually now loading. Malapit na mag-start yung game. We're just waiting for the game to start. Ayan na po. Let's go to the game right now, and we're looking at Manila Eagles side right now. Just hold on 1 second, sir.
Ayan na.
Okay, just one moment. We're just adjusting the sound so you guys can hear it. Okay, so it looks like an invade may be happening right now. You can see that the blue team or Manila Eagles are headed up towards the red buff of IPT.
Itong MLE sa jungle ng IPT. Lahat ng tao ng IPT nandun sila sa may blue buff nila, no? So wala silang idea kung nasan tong MLE ngayon.
Alright, so looking at the IPT right now, you can see that Caitlyn has placed a ward at the tri-bush at the bottom lane and is standing guard to the entrance of the jungle. Looks like IPT will be playing a very safe start. No invades. I don't see any invades happening for IPT side. Of course, they could have actually attempted an invade with the Nami here. The barrel will spot the members of Manila Eagles. Manila Eagles still sticking around, which is quite surprising here. They finally decided to leave that particular spot. Probably gonna try a different route into the red buff here, but I don't know. This doesn't really seem like a very smart play from Manila Eagles. They are gonna force this push. Looks like they're gonna go for a 4-1-0 strategy, quite possibly. Manila Eagles getting trapped right now by the members of IPT. They're actually in a very, very dangerous position. Let's see if they can actually steal this red buff. They started the red buff. Gragas is coming from behind them. A barrel hitting two members of Manila Eagles here. Hate will steal the red buff. And actually, while this is happening, Emily Yukes on Thunder will pick up his own red buff in their own jungle.
Yes, so this is a triple buff start para sa MLE, no? So, mahihirapan, madedelay dito ng konti si Kaigo dahil wala siyang dadatnan na red buff doon sa kabila.
Actually, IPT Kaigo has already swapped roles. He's actually IPT hero now on the jungle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the second game.
Sorry.
I think this is the second or third game that IPT has decided to do this role swap for the two members. IPT Light in a little bit of trouble here. Actually, Hate did not notice the Evelyn here. He will have to burn his flash definitely. A lane swap. No, actually, yes, Manila Eagles did a lane swap, but the support of IPT decided to join the top laner. This is actually very good for IPT since Caitlyn gets to farm and receive full XP in the bottom lane and give him a nice advantage over Lucian once Lucian goes back to the regular laning phase. Ooh, nice bubble landing onto TG there. Hero coming in for the gank here. EXO also in a little bit of trouble using his flash. IPT decide not to continue the chase, but a really good response coming from IPT, forcing Manila Eagles to burn a lot of summoner spells.
Yun, okay na sila doon, lamang na sila doon. So, nangyari na yun, ilang na-burn yung flash nito ni Lucian. So, may possibility na, ayan, umaligid-aligid pa din sa Evelyn. So, tingin ko, gagankin niya talaga to. Dahil walang pantakas si Lucian dito.
Yeah, a bubble landing. No one getting caught this time around. You can see Shadow laying a lot of damage onto Lucian there. He's trying to predict that EXO there would fall into that bubble, but EXO played it quite smart, avoiding that. IPT Light and Cassidy are quite close to each other right now. Yuke's actually taking a lot of damage from here. Fear, of course, has the range advantage and the early level. But as the game progresses, definitely, I'm quite sure Toronto will be able to easily take down Caitlyn on a one-on-one.
So, itong ginagawa ng IPT nito, no? Madalas ko rin ito nakikita dun sa Korean OGN. Eh. So, pinapabayaan lang yung AD carry mag-farm para dun sa experience niya. So, kapag itong si EXO at itong si Lucian at nalugi sila dun sa kapag snowball yung nasa top lane, mahihirapan makabawi talaga dun sa EXO.
Actually, I think if Trundle had the Ignite, he could have actually killed the Caitlyn there, but since he picked up Teleport, Caitlyn gets to escape quite safely. Choke has to be a little bit careful here. He's not aware of where Evelyn is. Teleport finally being used. There's a trap there. Evelyn has to be careful. The teleport was cancelled, I think. Yes, it was cancelled. It was actually being used by Gragas, but he decided to cancel that teleport. So one teleport or summoner spell down for IPT. I'm quite surprised he actually cancelled that. I'm not sure. Maybe TG used his grass to stop the teleport. Alright. Hero will probably pick up. Oh, it's actually IPT Fear who picks up the first blood onto Emily Yux here. Emily Yux being very aggressive on the Caitlyn. He can actually beat the Caitlyn, but since a lot of pressure is being applied by IPT to lower his HP, he finally goes down to Caitlyn.
Yes, back to the laning phase naman tayo. Farm lang.
Oh, a nice gank coming from IPT here again. Emichok going down through the ignite. I'm surprised he stuck around. He could have actually just backed away there and safely survived that, but he was trying to pick up a kill there and it didn't turn out in favor for him. And a kill was picked up again by IPT. Now it's 2-0. A nice gold advantage for IPT here. It's actually 500 or 600 gold lead because of first blood and that second kill.
Yeah, so sa ngayon makikita mo yung rotation nito ni IPT Hero. Yung rotation ng Evelyn niya, sinasamantala niya talaga.
Yes.
Kasi kung titignan natin yung gank power nito ni Evelyn is malakas talaga kung ko-compare mo kay Nocturne na wala pang ulti. So I think pag i-start siya lumabas dito kapag nagkaroon na siya level 6 na siya.
Yeah, Nocturne isn't really the strongest jungler at pre-level 6. He definitely can only gank lanes that are heavily pushed in the favor of the opponent's side. But before, unlike Evelyn, even if the lane is half pushed, she can already start making big impacts in the lane. So yes, definitely Evelyn has to continue pressuring the lane with her early advantage because of her invisibility passive. And Nocturne has to rush hitting level 6. You can see here, he's trying to hit level 6 very soon. Ichi goes down once again. IPT Hero picking up another kill for himself. Very good job from IPT Hero on that Evelyn. You're seeing that Evelyn isn't top lane, tries to go aggressive on IPT Fear. IPT Fear decides not to continue that 1v1 against Yux.
So, ayun na, eto na naman. Sunod-sunod yung gank dito ni IPT Hero, no? Halos lahat, puro successful yung ganks niya.
Wow! Chok surviving with just less than, I think it's like, less than 50 HP I think at that time. Yeah, and he just healed up a little bit. So it's incredible. Good job coming from Emily Chok there. Evelyn almost going down also to the tower. And yes, you see here, Emily Chok. And IPT here, whoa! Gets killed by the red buff. What happened there?
Hindi natansya.
Medyo
ano kaya.
He thought he could pick it up, but medyo overestimation I suppose there on his side there. So no wards for Emily, so they're not aware that happened, luckily. Actually, they probably had a ward there. I wouldn't be surprised if Emily... Oh, we see an engage coming from Nocturne here. Nice paranoia. Light will definitely go down. Actually, hate giving up that kill to Emily Chok there. And Emily Chok using his normal hit to pick up that last hit. Alright, looking at the CS right now, you can see Caitlyn doing a really good job here. Lucian also doing not so bad in that lane swap here. Emily Hate does spot the red but he's in very big trouble here. He has no mana. And his flash is up. Bubble not landing here. You can see Emily Chok responding. Oh, down here, so a little bit of action. Going back to the top lane, you can see here a red buff stolen, I believe, by Hate here. And Manila Eagles will have to back away since they are a little bit low on mana right now, all of them. Yeah, and IPT Fear using his ace in the hole just to harass the Trundle away from the tower. And Trundle, yes, will decide to back away. You can see the HP of Trundle is really low. And the first tower of the game will most likely go to IPT Fear as soon as he hits it the last few hits. There we go. First tower of the game going to IPT.
Oh, isang nag-teleport si Trundle, so teleport down. So, dito. So, ito makikita mo, medyo may chance ang makapag-regroup for Dragon tong IPT ngayon. Dahil nag-teleport itong si Yuk sa top lane. And wala ng tower yung MLE dun sa bottom lane.
Yes, IPT Light spotting out a pink ward behind the red lizard of Manila Eagles. I'm actually quite surprised that IPT Hero gave IPT Light the blue buff. Of course, it does provide him cooldown reduction, but I feel like it would have been better for him to use it since once he runs out of mana, there's nothing he can really do. And it can allow him to apply more pressure, but nonetheless, it's still a good move since IPT Light should be able to harass Castle a little bit more efficiently with that blue buff.
Saka hindi naman ganun ka mana hungry to si Evelyn. So, tingin ko okay lang din naman talaga. And ayan, first dragon.
That's right, first dragon game. Manila Eagles having no vision in the dragon pit right now. They do have... Oh, there, a ward has been cleared out. The pink ward to spot that. Nothing else Manila Eagles can do to stop that right now. So looks like IPT gets first dragon of the game. They've actually accumulated a nice comfortable lead. It's about 1.6 right now over Manila Eagles. Nothing game breaking just yet. Definitely Manila Eagles are still in the game, especially Emily Chok, since he's a much more of a mid to late game champion and hasn't really impacted any lanes yet. I haven't seen him. Oh, actually, he pala siya nag-teleport. No? He switched pala to Ignite a while ago. I did not notice that a while ago. So we'll have to see how this turns out as the game progresses. So Manila Eagles deciding to go for the lane swap once again, putting their AD carry at the bottom lane. I feel like this is actually what happened a while ago, was sort of a bad investment since they weren't able to pick up the tower and now they have no tower to run back to. Evelyn sneaky here right now. You can see she's trying to prepare for an initiation here. Most likely Nami will cast her ultimate there. And here comes the ultimate. Evan already landed. Teleport coming in from Gragas here. TG will definitely go down. TG extra trying to escape that, getting caught by the body slam, and the ultimate will go down to Evelyn once again. One-on-one here in the mid lane. Emily Hate will join Zed and will use his paranoia to pick up. Oh, those mechanics coming from Light, escaping Emily Hate. Good move coming from IPT Light there.
Yes, madami mechanics. Zed mechanics ni IPT Light, ano. So, ayun. So, ang ganda ng follow-up dunks nitong follow-up skills nitong ng IPT.
Yeah, and definitely this is a really good start for IPT. They definitely need to pick up this win. Manila Eagles are safely in the first place position. Picking up more wins is just sugar, or basically cream on top of the ice cream, or icing on top of the cake rather. And IPT on the other hand has no wins yet. And picking up 2 wins today will definitely be critical for them to catch up with the other leaders in the groups right now. Alright, so IPT Light resuming back into his position in the mid lane. Looking at his CS, he does have a slight advantage over Emily Chok here, and with his item pickup right now, he will continue to push this lead even harder. So Emily Chok has to start making some impacts in the other lane if he wants to get rolling. We hear Nami visiting the mid lane, actually healing IPT Light here. Emily Chok has to be a little bit careful. He's actually catching a lot of those blades coming from IPT Light's harass there. Not a very favorable matchup for Emily Chok here, no? Since he doesn't, his Q only provides him a magic resistance, and Zed is purely AD damage, so it doesn't really help him in the mid lane. Actually, it's really hard to say, but maybe even a lane swap might have been even better for them. Ooh, flash being burned due to that bubble almost landing. This will be the second turn of the game for IPT. IPT starting to run away with this game. They do have a 1 tower advantage over Manila Eagles once again, and of course the first dragon as well. Let's see if Manila Eagles will be able to contest the second dragon to try to catch up in this game from IPT.
So, ayun, balik na naman tayo sa farm lang muna. So, wala bang mag-engage dito.
Ooh, Emily Chok going quite aggressive onto IPT Light there. You can see IPT Light receiving a little bit of damage there, decides to back away. I'm surprised though, Emily Chok, since he went for more of a tanky build, is probably gonna go for a Rod of Ages here. His damage isn't that potent yet on IPT Light. I'm sure IPT Light is running 12 magic resist on his runes to allow him to negate a lot of the damage coming from the Kassadin. Kassadin still doesn't have enough items to get his ball rolling. You can see he also completed the Seeker's arm guard to give him some armor to negate a little bit of the damage coming from Zed here. Ooh, Evelyn coming from the side here. Oh, a trapping step here. Ultimate being burned. I think Chok will definitely go down here. Yes. The ultimate was actually enough. I'm surprised that Zed actually flashed in for that.
Center the bot lane. Action na naman.
Ooh, double action coming here. Emily Hate coming in for the kill on IPT Light. In the bottom lane, actually, TG was able to save his AD carry. Evelyn coming from behind here. This will be a double kill definitely for IPT here. Very bad position for TG. Easy pick up for Hero. EXO will most likely go down here. You can see he's trying to kite as much as possible from Hero. But no, it's a double kill once again. IPT Fear now free, hitting quite fear. Welcoming. Hero will chase down IPT MLE Yux here. I think Yux might go down. No. IPT decided not to continue that chase there. Not a bad decision as well, since Emily Hate was already around the corner there. But a good pickup from IPT Hero here picking up another 2 kills, giving him a 5-1-2 score. You can see right now that Evelyn has definitely impacted those fights very largely. Out of the 8 kills, he gave out 5 kills and has 2 assists. So in short, only 1 kill he was not present. Unlike Nocturne here, only picking up 1 kill and 1 assist. Like you said, couldn't really do much pre-level 6.
Yes.
He attempted, he used his ultimate twice or thrice already, but only picking up 1 kill and 1 assist with that. Since Zed was able to nicely escape using his Zed mechanics. So, in terms of CS though, Nocturne is doing a really good job over Evelyn. You can see here it's 93-35. But basically what I guess Emily is trying to do is going for the late game. But they need to hold on to this game if they want to hold, if they don't want to get, they don't want to lose to IPT as the game progresses.
So, ayun nga. Siguro, tingin ko rin dito, no, Jay, no? Kaya siguro na Grad of Ages to, kahit pa paano nag-AP tong si Gragas para ma-compensate yung nawala sa kanila. Kasi kung titignan mo, no, kung gagawin tanky itong si Gragas, wala silang burst damage para doon. So, lahat sila AD. So, pagdating ng late game, armor lang kailangan. Kasi Flash Force, MLB.
That trap actually That trap actually benefit.
Okay, so ayan, another dragon for dragon na naman to.
Yeah, looks like a hard engage coming from Manila Eagles and IPT here. Oh, ultimate catching out Emily Hate there from Tiger. Like you said, the AP doing a lot of damage. You can see his barrels are hurting quite painfully. TG will probably go down to this. No, he actually lands his fight there. But this time, a flash and body jump picks up another kill for himself. Or actually, the first kill for himself. And now IPT will be able to steal the dragon away. They will, Manila Eagles will have vision on the dragon, so they will still have the timer. Second dragon of the game goes to IPT. They're actually pulling quite ahead now against Manila Eagles. It's actually almost 6k gold advantage for them. This is actually starting to be very much in favor for IPT at this point in time.
So 6k gold lead na, no, almost na para dito sa IPT. So I think aabot pa to, kaya mapapaabot pa kaya nila dito ng late game. Kasi tulad nga sinabi ko, late game kailangan dito ng MLE is armor para ma-prevent nila tong damage nito ni Zed. And tong si Evelyn kasi more on AD na rin siya, no? So hindi na rin siya ganun covers down pagdating sa AP niya.
Alright, the ward being cleared out by TG there. IPT hero gets spotted by pink ward this time around. He will have to clear that ward. Many illegals trying to invest on some pink wards. Definitely a very hard decision to do, no? Especially against an Evelyn and you're behind in gold. Spending pink wards does cost a little bit more and sometimes it doesn't pay off, but it's really a big risk that they have to take. You see Emily Yukes going against Kaigo here. Ultimate being burned right away by Kaigo, forcing Yukes to away from him. And a nice tower being picked up by MLD EXO in the bot lane. So the tower right now is still 3-2. IPT still not picking. Oh, another pink ward being cleared out by IPT here. So the pink ward invested. Oh, Emily Hate going very aggressive on IPT here. I don't know if this is a good decision since IPT Light is just around the corner. He decided not to continue the chase. And IPT Light does not engage onto Emily Hate there on that Nocturne. Yeah, and the pink ward finally goes down, this time to Nami, and lays down a ward as well at the same time. So, EXO picking up the red buff for himself, really good pickup for him. He is struggling in this game, as you can see he went for Blade of the Ruin King, has two deaths so far, no kills yet. Sa tingin ko actually, kulang yata pagyakap ng dalawang brother natin sa pagtulog nila kagabi kasi hindi ganun kalakas yung power nila today.
Hindi sila ganun ka, ngayon. Siguro naubos yung lakas nila.
Alright, so IPT hero picking up the red buff, this time not dying. Unlike a while ago where he did a very risky play and died to his own red buff, allowing Manila Eagles to steal his red buff earlier. IPT Fear getting really strong right now. He has Infinity Edge and looks like it's building into a Blade of the Ruin King. Gonna be definitely a force to be reckoned with. I think with the current rate of, I can see here 3 kills and 4 assists on IPT Fear. EXO definitely has no chance of beating Fear for the rest of the game until probably the late game if EXO can start farming up and picking up more kills. Or picking up some kills rather. IPT right feeding the raid camp away, and the large golem stolen by IPT Fear, and the double golems as well. IPT definitely bullying out Manila Eagles this time around. Manila Eagles will have to come from behind and get back into the game if they want to win this, but as long as IPT continue doing what they're doing, they have a strong chance to pick up a win this time around. Yux, wow, nice movement coming from Yux there. Playing that quite smart, but ultimate being burnt right away by Gragas here. Gragas still quite tanky even though going AP with that percent damage reduction from his beer. Ooh, ultimate being used, and GG will go down quite easily to IPT Fear. You see EXO doing his best trying to kill up, but he has nowhere to chase. A nice movement coming from a bubble landing onto EXO. EXO not landing the calling. Oh, nice effort from Emily Yux here. A nice respawn coming from Manila Eagles here. I think Yux should be able to pick up the kill hero. They decide to change their target here. You can see IPT right going down really low. Emily Chok unable to pick up the kill. Yes, he does use his Rift Walk to pick up another kill for himself. Wow, very messy team fight coming there. Although Manila Eagles turning that around. Emily EXO siguro narinig yata tayo ni TG. Siguro ninakap na niya si EXO. Tara na pare, let's do this.
So ayun, mapapansin mo, no, lamang yung pressure, yung pressure lap na sa pabor ng IPT, no. So mapapansin mo, nahihirapan sila para dun sa vision nila. Kasi yung vision ng MLE lahat nasa jungle lang nila. So in any part of the Subaron sa ano nila, so wala silang idea kung saan manggagaling ng IPT.
Yeah, they're really struggling right now kasi yun nga, behind sila sa gold. Tapos bumibili sila ng pink ward dahil lang kay Evelyn. So ito yung power talaga ni Evelyn eh. If Evelyn can do well at the start, which we can see IPT Hero doing well at the start, it forces Manila Eagles to invest in pink wards, and since they weren't able to still win most of those fights, it allows IPT to snowball ahead in terms of gold, allowing them to control the map quite effectively.
Yes,
and like I said, yung lane swap nga kanina, I think it wasn't really, although lamang talaga si Caitlyn sa laning early levels ng laning phase against Lucian, it allowed IPT Fear to farm very well without any problems. You can see the CS is still quite close, but since she had no problems, didn't have to deal with any pressure from anybody. No problem, nakabuo agad siya ng IE and able to pick up a few kills at the same time.
And so post muna tayo. Nagkaroon siguro ng problem sa side nila.
Yes, two members of Manila Eagles, they got disconnected. They are reconnecting back into the game. 22 minutes into the game, it's 5-14. IPT doing a really good job this time. You can see their jungler, their mid lane, and their AD carry, all their carries basically are picking up a lot of kills, which is a really good sign for them. Zed probably picking up the most deaths, but actually avoiding also a lot of deaths quite well with his Zed mechanics as well. Game is resuming right now. Zed already has his core items actually. He has Last Whisper, Raid of the Rune King, and the Brutalizer. And looks like probably might build, I think with either he'll probably build Mercury Boots, or maybe he'll probably go for the magic resist item on the weapon, the Hextech Drinker. So we'll have to see which one of those two items he'll go for. I have a feeling it might be the Hextech Drinker since he likes to go for more damage here.
Yes. So kailangan dilala niya syempre para dun sa burst ni Cassidy, so para tumagal-tagal siya sa laban. And syempre may damage din nabigay yun. So lalo na pag napagay ko sa Mo is mas okay yung defensive niya.
You can see actually the CS, Manila Eagles are doing quite well, quite even. Wow, the 3 people getting slowed by that Cassidy fell there, and now Kaiku going down, Hero going down, and Kaiku trying to chase down the members of MDUX, the bodies on Lantiux. Caitlyn is going so strong. Oh, a dash not over the wall. He gets caught out. A triple kill for IPT Fear and another Dragon. So IPT definitely winning this fight once again. This could be GG already for Manila Eagles since the lead of IPT is already very big. It's about 6k still actually, but with that Dragon gets even bigger. And in terms of kill, ang laki ng lamang talaga ng IPT. IPT has to convert this into towers if they want to win this game. If not, Manila Eagles can still actually get back into this game. As you can see here, IPT not doing anything with that victory. They did pick up the Dragon, but they could actually rally and try to force some damage into some towers, but basically they just all going back here, and this is probably one of the biggest weaknesses of IPT previously, where they don't, aside from the dragon objective, they never pick up towers, and they allow their teams, the opposing team, to always pick up towers on their side whenever they lose team fights. So this is something IPT has to work on. Their vision in this game is pretty good. You can see they are controlling the jungle of Manila Eagles. Manila Eagles having a really hard time defending their jungle right now. That force pulse a while ago from Emily Chok was pretty good, landing onto 3 members, but it still didn't work out for Manila Eagles. They didn't have enough. They don't have enough damage at the moment, and the damage coming from IPT is just too strong right now.
So if ever dito, mahihirapan makahabol na talaga dito yung MLE. So tingin ko hindi na rin naman papabuti ng IPT itong up to the late game na makahabol pa yung itong MLE.
Alright, pink ward being cleared out by TG there. Nami actually contesting it with that bubble a while ago, but not landing onto any champion there. Emily Chalk versus Kaigu. Kaigu will definitely have a bigger advantage here. You can see how fat he is right now. He already has Rod of Ages, Iceborne Gauntlet, and it looks like he's building into a Banshee's Veil most likely with that item. So tanky and bursty at the same time. So very dangerous combo, especially on the Gragas. For Kassadin, we see here that he does have his Rod of Ages and the Zoni's Hourglass. His shoes still is level 1. He hasn't upgraded to Magic Pen shoes just yet. Probably will pick it up next time he goes back to base. We'll have to see. IPT Hero on Evelyn going to the blue buff, signaling to his team. He's probably gonna give it over to one of the members of IPT here. Oh, he picked it up for himself this time around. Like I said, IPT Hero could use that blue buff as well, since he does run out of mana quite heavily if he ganks a lot. Alright, not much happening right now. Looks like both teams are pretty undecided on what to do. None of the objectives are up. Dragon is still down. Baron is still up, but no team has a clear or solid advantage to pick up the Dragon. IPT, or Manila Eagles rather, could easily win a team fight in the Baron if IPT goes first. So they have to be very careful about what they're gonna do next.
So nagre-regroup na dito itong IPT, and I think ika-clash na dito, force fight na ito.
Yeah, look at IPT here. So strong right now. Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer, and the Blade of the Ruin King. The attack speed is just crazy right now, and as well as the damage. Actually, both AV carries not building up any last whispers. If you notice, there aren't any real big tanks here except for Trundle, who doesn't have really much magic resist just yet. And since they do have a lot of magic, a team fight, you can see here that Paranoid being used. IPT Hero finally picking up a kill here. I think EXO will probably go down to IPT Light. Oh, EXO might turn it down. No, Light still takes him down. A double kill from the Kassadin. Kassadin using Zoni's Hourglass. Let's see if he can escape here. No, he doesn't. IPT Shadow picks up the kill. 3 for Kaigu. 2 for exchange here.
Kaigu is so tanky right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. Kaigu is very tanky and has a lot of damage at the same time. Manila Eagles definitely struggling in this team fight. Yuke's unable to really do anything since he doesn't really have enough items to deal with the damage coming from IPT. And like I said, the two ultimates coming from Kaigu and Nami are just very dangerous in the team fights. You receive a lot of burst damage and have a lot of displacement, giving Manila Eagles a very hard time to land those kill shots that they want to hit.
Nahihirapan talaga sila kung sino yung papasukin itong ni Nocturne. Kasi kung mapapansin mo kanina, nag-ulti itong si Hate papasok. Kaso sobrang layo naman. So na-burst daw agad siya dahil nga yung item nitong IPT sobrang in terms of damages, kaya na talaga kung compare mo dito sa item ng itong ML.
Yeah, and Evelyn actually getting quite tanky as well already. She does have a Radiant's Omen, and probably also will build into a Banshee's Veil. You can see Gragas already picking up his own Banshee's Veil. So he is really fat right now. Not just physically, but literally as well in terms of items. There you see Chok rather going into those minions there, not continuing. The rest of Manila Eagles right behind him. Manila Eagles unable to do anything right now. They're really on the defense. They need to pick up this middle third if they want to get back into the game, but they just don't have the power or the chance to do it just yet. Both teams are playing pretty passive right now once again. Kaigo picking up a lot of minions there in the mid lane. Trying to make some plays here. A pink ward being spotted by Shadow there. Red buff is finally up there. Yux puts down his pillar, but no one to follow up on that, so Kaigo will start on the red buff, and Hero is right around the corner. Manila Eagles, let's see if they're gonna respond here. You see ultimate being used by EXO. A bite coming out from Trundle there, picking up that red buff for himself. And the dragon again being picked up by IPT. Fourth dragon of the game going to IPT once again. Manila Eagles picking up no dragons just yet this time around. And that combo just working every time. Ace in the hole followed by with the ultimate of Zed. Easy pickup onto TG once again. And that's what you call, I guess, teamwork, no? Kasi parang sometimes Caitlyn don't want to use their ace in the hole until yung patapos na, diba? Pero ito, yun yung magandang combo dun eh. Parang alam mo nang patay, sure patay na. Pag na-ace in the hole na, alam mo na Zed is go time na.
Siya na nag-initiate mo para ma-secure yung kill.
Yes. Alright, pink ward being cleared by Emily Chocolate. He actually uses his sweeper, but it was a pink ward there, so he didn't actually need the sweeper, but of course, he just want to make sure that there weren't any other regulars there. Kaigo also using a sweeper that was EXO unaware that Kaigo is hiding there. If Kaigo decides to engage, he can easily actually outfight EXO here. And the large golem stolen by Kaigo. Wow. Ilang beses na nanakaw yung double golems na yan kay EXO because of the pressure being applied here by IPT. So IPT looking much more ship-shape today compared to their previous days.
Kontrolado ng IPT itong mapa. Kung titignan mo yung vision nila, no? So sobrang aggressive na. Sobrang deep na ng warding nitong IPT. Talagang nando na sa jungle ng Emil.
But to be quite honest, looking at what's happening right now, IPT seems to be choking because they're not making any big plays. Yes. They have a huge advantage and they're not taking advantage of it. They can actually crush Manila Eagles right now, but they're waiting. They're not, maybe they're scared, they don't want to lose, so they're not taking any risk, but this is also not a smart play. Unless they probably go for Baron and then Manila Eagles make a misplay here, that's the only time probably IPT will win it. But if they do make a misplay themselves, then Manila Eagles can definitely get back into this game.
So, ito naman nangyayari. Nag-farm lang tong MLE eh. So, lahat naman ng pressure ng lanes nasa pabor ng IPT, pero hindi natin alam kung bakit ganun nga itong ginagawa ng IPT. Hindi natin alam kung may plano ba sila or talagang or hindi nila, sa tingin nila is hindi pa nila talaga kaya.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit scared. They're afraid that they still might not be able to just end the game straight out. Although they've been winning the team fights quite strongly, which is what I'd expect. They'd be quite confident here. Looks like they're setting up for a Baron. You can see they're clearing out all the vision of Manila Eagles in that area. And IPT Fear has started it. They do have a good vision right now. They can see exactly where Manila Eagles are right now. Teleport being used by Gragas right now. He will be joining them. This is ultimate being used by Paranoid, but doesn't actually turn out in their favor. Looks like IPT might finally win this game here. They do pick up the third. Emilix will probably go down here. Actually, Emilix does get away. Cassidy also flashing away. Zed picking up the kill onto Yux here. Now using his ultimate on TG. TG going down really low here. IPT Fear inside one-shotting.
Headshot.
Yeah.
Critical nun.
And you can see Chok and EXO escaping barely with their lives there. Zhonya's being popped actually by Chok here. Unnecessary, quite frank here. Kaigo did cancel his ultimate, teleport rather. EXO has to be a little bit careful here. He could actually get flash killed by a member of IPT if he's not careful. First base turret of Manila Eagles goes down. And inhibitor as well. And actually, normally when a team picks up first inhibitor, there's a high chance that their team will win. So with that first inhibitor for IPT, things are looking very, very good for IPT at this point in time.
So hindi nag-success. Hindi success itong
IPT Fear gets disconnected, so the game will get paused here.
So yun, hindi nagawa ni Hate dito yung madalas niya ginagawa ng mga previous matches nila na inaagaw yung Baron. So ngayon, nahirapan siya.
Actually, he was blind. He didn't know how much HP left the Baron had. Although the timing of his Baron was almost good, almost, it just wasn't enough. It was probably like a second delayed. If he did it 1 second earlier, he might have been able to steal that Baron.
And then kung meron lang talaga rin siyang literal na parang medyo tanky item, parang ginagawa niya ng mga previous game niya is, yung mga previous game niya naman niya kasi na pagpaagaw ng Baron is maaga, pero kaya niya pang tangkehin kahit paano yung damage at doon niya na kukuha yung Baron. Pero this time, hindi na niya kinaya talaga. Sobrang pagpasok sa loob, then poof, yun lang.
Yeah, and actually even if he did probably build tanky, even iwan na sila sa gamit. You can see how painful Zed, Caitlyn, and Evelyn are, the Baron Pit. They're all AD, and ang sakit na nila talaga. Look at the armor penetration.
And wala silang armor na, etong MLE, walang armor. Si Yux lang ang may armor item dito. The rest is puro offensive na.
Ayun nga, and then Zed and Caitlyn has a lot of armor penetration.
Yes.
Talagang hindi talaga makakayanan ng tank ni Yux dito dun sa damage coming from IPT. Actually, I think this game is pretty much over right now.
Yes.
It's just IPT just has to close this out right now. Manila Eagles will probably pick up their first defeat so far this season if this game does end in IPT's favor. Manila Eagles, they can actually still turn this game around by some miracle if they can actually pick up an ace and try to rush mid lane, but it's very bleak for them right now.
Parang malabo na yata mangyari dahil yan na nga, titignan mo, sobrang luging-lugi na talaga in terms of item.
Just gold alone is 16,000. Tower advantage is 4 tower advantage. They've picked up all 4 dragons and 1 Baron compared to Manila Eagles. In terms of CS now, you can see Gragas has really pulled away from the Trundle. 100 gold at CS advantage over the Trundle. That's huge. The CS, that's a lot.
Lahat ng nangyayari, lahat ng dito, lahat in favor of IPT na. So hawak na nila tong game na to.
Yeah, but IPT of course will not, Manila Eagles will not give up. They won't give up this game without a fight. You can see here that IPT has decided to go for the top tower this time around. They will try to bully Manila Eagles. They'll probably dive this. I wouldn't be surprised if they dive this. They decide not to though. IPT Fear taking a lot of damage coming from Castlin there. EXO doing his best to help his team defend the top lane turret. Hero finally getting spotted there while he's invisible. Decides not to engage just yet. Super minions are coming from the bottom lane, so this is probably the signal for IPT to go aggressive on Manila Eagles. You can see that Emily Hughes has separated from the team to respond to the minions coming from the bottom lane. And the attack speed of Caitlyn is just incredible. And the range as well allows her to hit the tower quite safely from a range distance. Calling being used by EXO there to clear out the minions. Vines coming out from TG to try to catch somebody. No one getting caught there. Bubble trying to be landed on EXO. EXO dashes away quite convincingly as well. IPT Fear continuing to clear those minion waves really quickly. You can see yung auto attack ni Caitlyn. Ang bilis, parang machine gun na eh.
The Blade of the Ruin King, tapos Phantom Dancer, grabe attack speed niyan. So, tingin ko kapag ito, nag-engage na IPT rito. And I think IPT, kukunin na nila itong panalo na to. Ito na yun, GG na.
Manila Eagles don't have enough damage in tankiness right now. IPT is just too strong for them in this particular game. Good play coming from IPT. IPT still pulling out EXO, trying to pick up some kills here. But I think IPT might actually stall the game a little bit more here. You can see they want to clear all the towers here. They don't need to. They can actually end the game. They're already minions. Super minions pushing at the bottom lane. Kaigo's so tanky, just tanking out the third. Culling being used once again by EXO here. Ooh. Gasping Vines not connecting to anybody here. And IPT will get away. They're gonna go for another dragon just for dragon's sake. 5th dragon in the game. I'm sure nothing Manila Eagles can do about this. IPT really trying to
increase their KDA for this particular game. Hawak Nahawak nila to. Mapapansin mo yung GAD light, hindi pa rin talaga nababasag.
Yeah, and actually Caitlyn is on her way to picking up a Banshee's Veil. And most of the damage she's been receiving is from Emily Chok. And with this Banshee's Veil, for sure, kayang-kaya na niya labanan si Chok on a one-on-one without any problem.
Yes. So I think siguro after nila dito bumalik sa base, magre-regroup na to para i-push and
ayan na, item lock na si Caitlyn. She already picks up her Banshee's Veil. Even her shoes has been upgraded. The only thing left for her to buy are elixirs, so she can probably buy a red and blue elixir as the game progresses, but I don't think it's gonna get to that point. They're probably gonna end this game right now. There's nothing left for them to do. Almost everybody's item locked on their side already. In fact, I think Gragas is thinking of buying Frozen Heart. He already picked up some more armor which slows attack speed. And with Raduwins, the attack speed slow coming from the Gragas will be humongous, so definitely Exo's calling will also be reduced in damage, including Trundle.
Eh, ito, nagre-regroup na sila sa bot lane. Tingin ko, ito na. Ipupush na nila to. Kasi sobrang na-open na yung top lane.
Yeah, and actually the inhibitor is up. Exo getting caught by IPT. You can see the damage of heroes is too much here. Ooh! Emily Hate actually catching that agent to hold for Exo there. Light barely escaping here. He has Ignite. He still survives there. His GA still alive. Once again, Chalk tried to dive in. Oh! Ultimate being used by Kaiku there. Flash being burned by Emily Chalk there. Very close call from Manila Eagles there. Baron will be up in about 20 seconds now. So, I think IPT might even go for Baron, but they don't need to. They're just too strong already. They can really end this game right now. You can see mid tower will be picked up by IPT here once again. All inhibitors will be down for Manila Eagles. Only the towers and the Nexus stands in the way of IPT's victory.
Oh, taunting. Nagtatontong si Kaigo.
Oh, tuwang-tuwa. And like I said, Baron again for IPT. IPT are pinging on the Baron right now. They will go for it. You can see that Manila Eagles are aware of that. Kaigo being chased out by Emily Chok here. Oh! 1v1 Zed versus Emily Hate here. Emily Hate will probably finally pop that. No, actually. Zed Mechanics escaping once again. Surprisingly, Gragas also escaping. Paranoid being used, but no follow-up from Emily 8 here. A very big fight happening right outside the Baron. Baron actually not being attacking anyone since nobody started the Baron. Kaigu will finally go down to IPT Kaigu by Emily Exo here. And finally the GA of Light has finally get popped for the first time. Exo picking up a kill also on the Evelyn. IPT Fear is still alive and IPT Light is respawned to the GA. Emily Chok, TG will survive, heal being used, and will die. So, Exo has to go back to base, definitely to defend the base. One tower going down. Exo might even die to the minions if he's not careful here. IPT will pick up a second Baron for themselves.
Wala talagang nakuhang objectives yung Emily dito. Lahat nasa IPT.
Baron Nashor going down. Both towers of Manila Eagles going down. Actually, I think Super Minions will probably end this game for IPT. Yeah, there you go. IPT Fear still. Yeah, and Super Minions end the game for IPT. So, wala sila sa picture sa end ng game. Super Minions ang nagdala para sa IPT. And congratulations to IPT for their first win in the PGS summer season. No? So, this is their first win. A much needed win for IPT. Manila Eagles receiving their first loss ever in the PGS as well. Big game, definitely. Let's see if IPT can pick up another win or if Manila Eagles can bounce back in the second game.
So, ayun. So,
alright, so let's take a look at the match stats right now. You can see, alright, Java, could you tell me who do you think is the MVP for IPT and what do you think about the game?
Nagdala talaga dito nung una pa lang si IPT Hero. Dahil sa kanyang early ganks sa early levels nito, sinamantala niya talaga habang wala tong si Emily Hate. So, lahat ng lane dito, nakita mo naman, nag-snowball eh. So, hindi ganun nag-snowball, pero lahat lumamang in terms of sa kills, objectives. So, ang gaganda ng calls nila. So, I think para dito sa akin is IPT Hero ang gagawin ko tong
Yes,
MVP.
definitely a good job from IPT. No, they
Mhm.
definitely needed this win. Very critical time. They're already on their halfway mark in terms
Mhm.
of the tournament, and this is their first win. If they win all of their games from this point on, they can still receive 9 points and catch up with Manila Eagles. And but if Manila Eagles still have a few more games as well, so they could actually still
Mhm.
pull ahead. So I really doubt IPT could go all the way for first place, but at least they can finish in the top four and qualify for the finals in the Rampage.
Yes.
So congratulations again to IPT for the first victory. Game 2 will be starting in a few minutes. We're just gonna take a short break, so see you guys soon.